Every single day, millions of dollars move from consumers to businesses. You tap your phone, you swipe your card, you order online, you pay over the phone. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself, where does that money actually go? Who decides how much businesses pay every single time you make a purchase? And here's an even better question. What if I told you thousands of businesses are paying far more than they should and they don't even know it? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on payment processing. Whether you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, or simply someone who uses a debit or a credit card, this episode might completely change the way that you look at money. Let's jump in. Segment 1. Every business pays to accept your money. Here is something almost nobody talks about. When you walk into your favorite restaurant, buy a coffee, get your haircut, visit a doctor, hire a contractor, purchase something online, the business doesn't receive every dollar you spend. Every electronic payment has a cost. That cost is called payment processing. Think of it like shipping. You pay UPS to deliver a package. Businesses pay payment processors to security move money. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Not every business pays the same amount. Not every processor charges the same. And not every business even understands what they're paying. In fact, many owners simply look at their monthly statements, pay the bill, and move on without ever asking, could I be saving money? Let me know in the comments, by the way, because I'm really curious here. Before today, did you know businesses pay fees every time that you swipe your card? Comment yes or no. Segment 2. Payment processing isn't just credit cards. When people hear payment processing, they immediately think credit cards. But today's payments world is much bigger. Businesses now accept payments online, in-store, mobile phones, contactless tap to pay, Apple Pay, Google Pay, phone orders, QR codes. Customers expect options. The easiest it is to pay, the easier it is to buy. Businesses that create friction during checkout, well, they usually lose customers. Convenience has become part of customer service. Consumers rarely think about this. Business owners have to think about it every single day. How do you pay most often? You pay with card, phone, cash? Comment below. Segment 3. Why some businesses pay more than others. Here is where things get fascinating. Not every business carries the same level of financial risk. A local barbershop is different than an online subscription company. A family restaurant is different than a cryptocurrency exchange. A medical office is different than a travel agency because every industry has different levels of fraud, chargebacks, refunds, and financial risk. Different industries qualify differently. Some receive incredibly competitive pricing. Others receive a stricter underwriting. Some industries are prohibited altogether. That surprises many people, but not every business can simply open a merchant account. Business owners, what industry are you in? I'd love to see who's watching today. Segment 4. Your merchant statement is like a utility bill. I want you to imagine this. You receive your electric bill every month. Most people don't understand every line item. They just pay it. Merchant statements are exactly the same. They're often filled with terminology most business owners have never been taught. Processing fees, assessment fees, interchange, gateway fees, PCI, batch fees, monthly minimums, statement fees, authorization fees. It can become overwhelming very quickly, which means many businesses never question whether those fees are actually competitive. If you have ever looked at a merchant statement, did you actually understand it? Yes or no? Segment 5. Why companies ask for your merchant statement. One question business owners often ask is, why do they want my merchant statements? That's a great question. It isn't about seeing how much money you make. It isn't about seeing private customer information. A merchant statement doesn't contain customer credit card numbers. Instead, it tells professionals something very important. how your business is currently being priced. Without that information, nobody knows whether you're paying above market or below market or somewhere in between. Think about getting multiple quotes before replacing your roof. The first contractor needs to understand what currently exists. Same concept. It's simply data that allows someone to build an accurate comparison. Would you ever get a second opinion on your business expenses today? Yes or no? Segment 6, security matters more than the price. Now, saving money is important, but here's something that's even more important: security. Every payment contains sensitive financial information. Customers trust businesses to protect that information. Modern payment systems invest heavily in encryption, fraud detection, secure gateways, PCI compliance, tokenization, risk monitoring, because trust matters. Sometimes the cheapest option ends up being the most expensive if security fails. Segment 7, the business mistake business owners make. I've spoken with countless business owners over the years: restaurants, medical offices, retail stores, contractors, salons, automotive shops, professional service firms. And one thing keeps showing up: most never review their payment processing, ever. It's like a sin. Think about that. Businesses negotiate rent, insurance, payable, office supplies, internet, phones, marketing, anything and everything, right? Yet, many have not reviewed their payment processing in years. And sometimes they're still paying rates negotiated a decade ago. A decade ago. Business owners, talk to me. When was the last time you reviewed your merchant processing? Less than 12 months? Less than 3 years? Or never? Because you do know percentages change continually. Segment 8, the consumer side nobody talks about. This isn't only a business conversation. Consumers benefit too. When businesses reduce unnecessary operating costs, they often have more flexibility to invest in employees, improve customer service, upgrade equipment, expand, keep prices competitive. Healthy businesses strengthen communities. Better businesses create better customer experiences. Everybody wins. Segment 9, our philosophy here at the ME Studios. So at the ME Studios, we've always believed education should come before sales. If someone isn't a good fit, we'd rather tell them. If what they already have is excellent, great, keep it. But if there's an opportunity to improve, lower unnecessary costs, modernize their payment experience, or simply understand what they're paying, then at least they can make an informed decision. No pressure, of course, just better information. Sometimes the better value isn't changing providers. Sometimes it's simply finally understanding what you've been paying for all these years. So in closing, here is my challenge for you. If you are a consumer, start asking questions about how businesses operate. You will become a smarter customer. If you're a business owner, don't assume you're getting the better value simply because you've had the same processor for years. Information is free. Making informed decisions can save money for years to come. If today's conversation made you think differently, share this episode with another business owner. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one business expense you've never reviewed but probably should? Let's start that conversation below. And if you're curious about how payment processing actually works, or you simply want someone to explain in plain English without any pressure, our team at ME Studios is always happy to point you to the right direction to understanding your options. I'm Ali Mehdaoui. This has been the ME Show. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Still marketing your business like it's the Yellow Pages era? Welcome to ME Studios, where local solopreneurs and small business owners catch up with the digital world and take over it. We help you go from invisible to undeniable. Featured on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Plus, gain press exposure in over 100 to 300 major media outlets like Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, and the CW. Right here in Eatontown, New Jersey, just steps away from the soon-to-be Netflix studios, our multi-unit facility is built for creators, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Stop marketing like it's 1995. Start building your digital authority today with a team that gets it.